Good evening, and welcome to our live presentation tonight. Welcome to the inside of our hangout, as a matter of fact. Now, I want to give you a few very quick guidelines. This is a platform where you can immediately participate. And what I mean by that, before we get started with what we're going forward with tonight, you'll see a button, Get Started, and then you'll see another one that says Try Product. At any time that you simply want to do so, you can click those buttons. But I want to welcome everyone to the 2018 League of Legends Phase 1 launch. Now, you know you only have an opportunity to launch once, and this Phase 1 launch is being brought to you by the Hoffa Network and the League of Legends. We're so excited that you all have joined us this evening. So I want to give a very to our first-time viewers. For sure, I want to let you know that this platform is going to metamorphosize into an arena where we'll have an opportunity to allow you, even our guests that are on tonight, and definitely those of you that are on the inside with the League of Legends and the Hoffa Network, an opportunity to share moving forward. So our hangout that you guys have come into will literally be our hangout for all of us. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to move forward with our first official hangout tonight and let you all know that a short while ago, a great friend of mine literally was attempting to reach me to introduce me to an opportunity. Well, quite simply, I was avoiding him because I knew that he was a successful business owner, but I also knew that he was in the home-based business arena and was attempting to introduce me to something. So I didn't want to become distracted. In any event, I remembered that I teach individuals in my trainings all the time that if a friend, family member, or co-workers that is attempting to introduce something to you guys, you simply take a look at it. You don't give them a knee-jerk reflexive no, like you would when you go into a department store to look at some items, or even if you're purchasing a home. You know, I personally always tell the agent, would you mind waiting here and allowing us to walk through this home? Because I just happen to know that that's the kitchen and I know that's the living room, right? So we don't want to do that with those we know and love, friend, family members, and coworkers. So long story short, I literally was on the way to this individual's home to respectfully tell him no, to take a look at it and then say, you know what, that's great. And I know you're going to do very well at it, but it's not for me. That's what we need to do. In any event, when I got there, a living legend walked through the door about 5 or 10 minutes after I arrived, and he literally reached in his pocket and pulled this out. Now, ladies, you know what this is. Some of the gentlemen may be laughing. Guys, this is literally a sanitary item. Now, here's where it doesn't get funny, okay? Ladies, I want you to notice that this item is totally sealed, but I also want you to notice that it's always open, even though it's totally sealed. You see those air pockets right here? Now, I literally just did a huge focus group as we travel the country doing these, and the women literally didn't know why these were open, and most people don't. Reason being is because the adhesive that's used to allow these so-called sanitary items to stick to the garment are the same grade adhesive that's used in duct tape. So if they seal the packaging, it could potentially balloon up because of the chemical content. So they proceeded to open this up. As you see, I'm now opening it. And the issue with that is a lot of times you ladies have different items that have fallen into the garment, or not the garment, but the so-called sanitary item due to the things that are in your purse. Makeup crumbs, coins, all right, fingernail clippings. So moving forward, you're not going to see my ugly mug that much. We're going to focus on this particular item, and we're going to bring some things to light this evening for you on our hangout. Now, I'm going to take this label off here. I want you to notice something, that this says that this is a 10-hour protection system. It may be in reverse for you, but have any of the ladies that are hanging out with us tonight ever worn one of these items for 10 hours and it held you? Probably not, okay? So he then reached in his other pocket and pulled this out. Now, I want you to pay close attention to something. This is a lot thinner, a lot smaller overall, but it's also totally sealed. Totally sealed. The reason why it can be as such is because the adhesive that's used to allow this item to stick to the garment is the food-based grade adhesive. So there are no chemicals involved, so we can totally seal it, thus it being a true sanitary item. I'm sure you would agree with me. So I have a weird way of opening these up. Don't try this at home, kids. Been doing a few presentations. I just rip it from the side and it pops out as such. So now, mind you, these are three men, and they walked me in the kitchen and literally plop these things on the kitchen counter. And it's going to come to light for you in just a second. Now, I wish you were here to actually feel the difference in the softness on these two items. Once we actually allow women to feel the two, they actually usually say that Exhibit B, which is the store-bought brand, Exhibit A, which is the Cherish Premium Sanitary Napkin, also known as the world's most comfortable sanitary napkin, also simply known as the dry pad. They said it feels like cashmere, and then they admit that the Exhibit B literally feels like sandpaper after they've touched ours. So huge difference in touch. So the founders of this venue, Inspire Network, literally interviewed several OBGYNs. And in doing so, they found that when a woman is in her feminine flow, she exudes 15 to 50 milliliters a day of fluids when she is in that feminine flow portion of the month. So we're going to get that on there, and we're going to pour this 50 milliliters onto Exhibit B, which, remember, exemplifies a full day of feminine flow. And we're going to do the exact same for the Cherish Premium Sanitary Napkin. And hopefully you guys can see that. That first line right there is 50 milliliters. We're going to get that right at 50 milliliters, okay? So now we're going to make sure that we also pour it in its entirety into the dry pad. Now, do remember, as we move forward, at any time you decide to help with this mission, which I'll explain a little more in a moment, or simply try what you're seeing being exhibited, you can simply hit the buttons that are on your screen. And the individual that shared their link with you, the awesome thing about our Hangout through the Hoffa Network with the League of Legends and Inspire Network, is the individual who actually initially shared it, which will automatically be credited. Absolutely phenomenal where our technology is taking us. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready to wrap up, here's the serious issue. You all know what you've been suffering with in silence. This has been a taboo subject forever, up until now, actually. And we don't have to go in detail with it. Ladies, you know, everywhere we go throughout the country, it's amazing how many women walk up to us and they share with us the issues that they've been suffering with. So you can literally simply Google harmful effects of sanitary napkins. You can actually go to webmd.com and hear directly from the doctor's mouth. And in 2018, we want you to understand that it's time for you to seek the knowledge. It's time for you to seek the truth. So we don't even want you to take our word for it. Do your due diligence. Do not become weary in well-doing when it comes to your health and or your wealth. Do your due diligence, okay? So what we're going to do is we're literally going to take a napkin and I'm going to place it over Exhibit B, which is a store-bought brand, and I'm just going to simply press up and down. And as you all can see, immediately, just in the 3 to 4 minutes that it was there, the system is failing. It's completely wet. Here's the problem. When a woman is standing or laying down, that's when her feminine flow is taking place. If I tell a good enough joke and she laughs too hard, that's when the feminine flow is taking place. But here's the situation. When a woman is sitting down, I want you to catch this. When a woman is sitting down, there is something called reverse percolation that takes place because that air of the body actually starts pulling in things. And here's the problem. God designed your body to relieve or release these toxins at this time, not to pull them back in, but they're being pulled in because the system is failing you. It's called reverse percolation. This is where potentially the issues are coming from. And where are most women that are in this stage of life still? Where are they at school or at work? And they tend to be sitting down at that time. Now, as we also take another napkin, completely dry napkin, place it over the Cherish Premium Sanitary Napkin and do the same thing. Press, 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 and I'm pressing very hard. As a matter of fact, I can actually beat it and you'll see that it's completely dry. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's very simple. Would you rather be wet and uncomfortable, or dry and comfortable. Now, we're basically done, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take it a step further tonight. A lot of women have literally said, do you know I've been wearing this item for 10, 20, 30 years of my life and never thought about literally dissecting it to see what it's actually composed of? Well, today we're going to actually do that for you and let you see what these items are made of. So we're going to take this first layer off. And again, if you were here to touch this, you would see for yourself that not only is it still completely soaking wet, and you can kind of see it, it's sopping wet, but it's also very, very coarse. As I said, when the women touched it during our live focus groups, they say, well, compared to Exhibit A, this feels like sandpaper. Reason being is because this is synthetic, and this is the first thing that's touching the most sensitive part of our women's bodies. It gets worse. What would you guys say this is? Well, I'm going to submit to you tonight, this is no more than blue dye on a piece of paper. And if you can see clearly, there's already a blue hue on the absorbency system here. So if it's transferring from here to here, where else is it getting? That's right, in your bloodstream. It gets worse. Ladies and gentlemen, as we wrap up, here's a simple one for you. For all of those of you watching this for the first time, I want you to literally type in what this is. What is this? Right? I had people scream out, everybody screaming out cotton. Tonight, we're letting you know, as you're hanging out with the League of Legends, that this is not cotton. This is trash, and it's recycled trash from landfills, not from your kitchen garbage, but from the landfills. That's a different level of trash. What they do is they shred it up very fine to almost a liquefied state, and then it's bleached so it'll become white. It's bleached with chlorine. So you'll think that because it's white, it's pure and it's cotton. Well, it's not. Here's the problem. Whenever you use chlorine to bleach something, it forms a chemical called dioxin. Dioxin is hundreds of times deadlier than arsenic, and there are no safe levels for the human body to receive dioxin, ladies and gentlemen. And it gets a little worse. But what we're going to do is I want you guys to let me know which one of these cups has the least amount of water in it. Obviously this one, right? So we're going to take that cup and we're going to take their absorbency system and put it in its entirety into this cup and let it do what it should do. We're going to kind of keep that right there where you can see it. Now, this is the bottom section of Exhibit B. I want you guys to look very closely at this. Do you see any perforation for ventilation? Of course not. So if you take the trash that I just pulled out of here and you've got a trash bag and it's enclosed in here and you have a 98.5 degree body temperature, you're basically baking this. What is that a petri dish for? That's right, bacteria. You got it right. And this is where a lot of the issues are coming from, and that's why a lot of women have to take diflucan to get their pH system back in order after they're done with this precious time of the month. Well, we dissected theirs. Let's now dissect the Cherish Premium Sanitary Napkin and see how it compares when we break it down. So we're going to get this first layer off here. And boy, I wish you ladies and gentlemen were here to feel this, because we like our men to participate as well. Because if you're a man watching this and you're seeing what you're seeing, you definitely need to hit that try the product button and get this for your daughter, your wife, your fiance, any woman that's in your life that you love or care about. So if you were actually here to feel this top layer, you would see that this is actually very soft, but most importantly, it's completely dry. Not only that, this isn't synthetic like Exhibit B is. Look at that. Look how easy that tears and you see the fibers in there. That's soft cotton. Ladies and gentlemen, this is considered the microchip of all of our products. What I'm demonstrating now is a day pad. We also have night pads, overnight pads, and even panty liners. Now, this is in all of the items that I just mentioned. And what this is a 100% natural algae strip infused with negative ions. Now, negative ions have been called by scientists as the vitamins of the air. You can find them at the beach, like you see on your screen. That's why people are so relaxed at the beach. because the atmosphere is being infused with negative ions. You can find them at waterfalls, and you can also find them during thunderstorms and rain. That's why you get so relaxed if you were preparing to go to a meeting and an actual storm rolled in, and you don't want to attend the meeting anymore because of the influx of negative ions in the atmosphere. Okay, but now there are three major benefits in reference to our product. But again, I need you to write this down: negative ions, negative, and then the word IONS. Remember, we need you to do your due diligence. Negative ions have several benefits to the human body. I'm only going to focus on three in reference to our product. Number one, women tell us all the time that they don't want to go to work for the first day or so because they're racked in pain from menstrual cramps. Well, guess what negative ions do? Relax the uterus, and we have hundreds, if not thousands, of testimonies of women who have said that their menstrual cramps have been significantly reduced, if not eliminated altogether, due to the negative ion strip. Absolutely phenomenal. In addition to this, a lot of women, especially younger women, will submit to us that they don't want to go to school because they don't want to be known as the fishy girl from the odor issues that a lot of women deal with. Well, guess what negative ions do? They kill bacteria, which eliminates the odor. We have hundreds, if not thousands, of women who have said that their odor issues have been significantly reduced, if not altogether eliminated. Absolutely phenomenal. Now, my favorite is the fact that it balances the pH system. So, a lot of women have these soaps and lotions for odor, and then it's saying it has pH balance in it for you and all that stuff. Well, you can save your money now because the negative ion strip literally balances the pH system. In addition to that, we have testimonies where women have feelings of well-being. So now they're cool, calm, and collected, even increased energy. Ladies and gentlemen, all from the negative ions in this strip. So now a lot of women don't have to take the diflucan that they have to their feminine flow to get their pH system back in order due to the negative ion strip in the Cherish Premium Sanitary Napkin. Now, as we wrap up tonight, and as I said, remember, moving forward during this hangout, it's going to be exactly that. You're going to have an opportunity to hear testimonies from several of the women around the country who are actually experiencing the major benefits of the Cherish Premium Sanitary Napkin. Now, as you can see, our inner core is enclosed in a very, very fine cotton layer here. And this is the actual absorbency system. You all agreed that this cup had the most amount of water in it. So we're going to put it in there and let it do what it does. And we're going to leave that right there next to it where you can see it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as we close, do you see the bottom of this system? This is actually, and I can hold that up just a little bit there now. This is actually the bottom of our system, but I want you to pay attention to the lines in there. See those lines look like little raceway strips? If I had a hot cup of steam right here and I put this over the cup, you would actually be able to see the steam come through it, which means it's what? Very porous and it's the airflow is there. But if I poured it on top, if I poured water on top of it, it would actually catch the water, which means it's strong and absorbent. That's phenomenal. Now, our adhesive that's on the bottom portion of our product is a food-based adhesive, so we don't have to worry about chemicals swelling the bag up. And this definitely isn't a plastic trash bag, because I'm sure you would agree that plastic doesn't tear like that. And this is why so many people say that I couldn't even tell that I was wearing the item. Excuse me. So now, ladies and gentlemen, as we close, this is my final close. I need you to pay close attention to something. Do you see the difference in color? Can you see that this one is a little yellower and this one is still pure white? Reason being is because that's the dioxin coming to the surface. Literally, this is the chemicals that are potentially causing major harm to our women. And I want you to see that it's been in here for what, about 8 minutes or so, maybe longer. And is it working? Let me make it plain for you. Look at this. Does it look like it's working? It's a 10-hour absorbency system. Ladies and gentlemen, literally every bit of water that I poured in there is right there in this cup. And if you look at it, it's dirty water at this point. and it'll continue to get yellower and yellower. Now, how long has our absorbency system been in here? Maybe what, 3, 4, 5 minutes max? And I need you to pay close attention to this. Not a drop of water. Not a drop. Literally not a drop. As a matter of fact, what we've done, you see that, is we've turned a liquid into a solid. And this is why women are so comfortable and so dry and so excited about this product. Now, that excited me the first time I saw it. But what excited me even more, ladies and gentlemen, is the actual awareness campaign that we are moving forward with the Hoffa Network and League of Legends. And the League of Legends is a team of teams. We have professional internet marketers like the Hoffa Network and several others as well that are assisting us, and will also assist you in helping us get the word out on this awesome awareness campaign. Now, the Now We Know campaign, and I want you to write this down. It is nowweknow.net. And I apologize for looking in the corner. I'm looking at myself on the screen instead of looking at the camera. Low tech, high check, right? We're going to give you an opportunity to do that as well. But guess what? We're becoming high tech, high check due to our connection with the Hoffa Network through the League of Legends. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Now We Know campaign literally is the brainchild of Inspire Network's founders, and is consistent with our mission of being literally mission-driven people. And so what we're doing is we're literally making millions of men and women aware of the potential harmful effects of today's sanitary products that they're having on the women that we all love and care about. So we're literally having 5K runs, basketball tournaments, bicycle races, and we go to churches, mosques, synagogues, fraternities, sororities, all in an effort to bring awareness throughout the nation to our men and women in reference to, again, sanitary products. So you can decide to, number one, assist us in getting the word out on the campaign. Then you're going to simply hit the join button, literally, and fill out some basic information as we're in our phase 1 launch. Guess how much it's going to cost to join a business, have an opportunity to get plugged into full-time internet professionals to help you help us get the word out on the campaign, a whopping $35 a year. That's right, $35 every 12 months. Absolutely phenomenal. And you immediately get a world-class website that will allow you to share a link with people who simply want to try the product, or share a link with people who want to help you assist us in getting the word out on the campaign. And here's the crazy part. Should you decide to help with the campaign, as people assist you in that, the company compensates you handsomely. But some of you may say, well, the product makes sense. I just want to share the product with people. Guess what? You have a completely different link, because they want people who want to try the product to focus on the product only and not worry about the business side. You'll be able to share that link with individuals. I want you to catch this. The company will send them their product, but they're going to pay you immediately. Catch that. They're going to drop ship the product. The company will send the product to your customer, but pay you immediately in your back office. Absolutely phenomenal opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, to do something that has a moral fiber to it. So again, you see the 2 buttons there in front of you. Don't delay. We are in phase 1 of our launch, which officially starts. So you're getting in beforehand, getting locked in for $35, and your website will be available immediately for you. $35 every 12 months. Put you in position. You're in the phase 1 launch, and then we're going to have the trainings for you this Tuesday. And every Tuesday, we do a quick start training to give you the first steps that you need to be successful. And understand, part of that training is to learn how to build your business, and to learn how to take advantage of what all the new millennials know all about, which is the World Wide Web and internet marketing. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, please be sure to click the button. That's all you have to do. And the individual that literally shared that with you will be contacting you to welcome you aboard. But you'll have everything you need right at your fingertips. And we'll be contacting you on the inside to let you know about the quick start training. All right, guys, God bless. Good night. And we'll see you on the inside.